If you watch Lion Syndicate, I said last night, free J-Mo, by the way. If you watched Lion Syndicate last night, I said that video was going to be my last Maxx Crosby video. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, I got to talk about it on this channel here. So this will be my last Maxx Crosby video. But if you haven't heard, Max did his show, The Rush with Maxx Crosby. It happens every Tuesday at, I believe, 4 o'clock. And he got on there yesterday and completely set the record straight on what he wants to do, where he wants to be, and what he sees for the immediate future and long-term in his career. And while I heard he wants to win championships, I also heard that he wants to stay with the Raiders. And I respect that. I respect that. Now, I compare that situation, in my opinion, to the one of Matthew Stafford. Albeit Matthew Stafford did 12 years in Detroit, and Max is on year 5 or 6. It's one of those. So he's done approximately half the time that Stafford did in an organization that just couldn't go all the way. Furthest we got was a wild card game, no playoff wins, and that's where we are. Stafford asked for a better situation. He wanted to be traded to a better situation. For me, that doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well. So while I would love to have Maxx Crosby part of the team, he wants to stay there, and I respect that. But he said something yesterday that when I watched the video or watched the video, heard the speech, it was some stuff in there. And of course, I kind of understand it because the Raiders fan base, you're not going to, if it's all about respect. It's all about respect. And you can't lose the respect of the team and the franchise and the fan base that you're playing for. Now, if you guys didn't know this, there was a fake Tom Pelissero. It's amazing the power of social media these days. It was a fake Twitter account, a fake Tom Pelissero. You can fake the picture, but you can't fake the tag. And this account tweeted that Maxx Crosby was kicked out of the Raiders locker room for wearing a Detroit Tigers hat or something like that. It was so bad. This is how far it reached, according to his podcast, that the upper tier, the upper brass of the Raiders called him to make sure he was okay because they got as well. Now, I almost got, but I saw the tag and decided, oh, okay, I see this. Very similar to the tag a couple weeks ago that him and Devontae was a package deal, which also made it to Max. But the way, I don't know, man, the way he was talking about our franchise, he did say later in the podcast that they were speaking very highly, meaning we were speaking very highly of him. But the way he was talking about the fan base of the Detroit Lions, it kind of, in my opinion, it sounded condescending a little bit. Like, if I'm Maxx Crosby, I'm saying, listen, Lions fans, I appreciate you. I see what y'all doing and keep doing your thing, but I'm a Raider. I feel, I'm impressed. I can't even put into words how much your, thoughts and stuff mean to me, but I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider for life. This is where I want to be. I appreciate you, but my loyalty is over here. That stuff is cool. But the way he said it, I don't know. And that's why I said yesterday in my video that I'm good. Not to say again, comparing Crosby to Stafford, you leave a busted situation that you're just tired of to go to a better one. And he doesn't want to do that. I respect that. But I don't know, man, the way he conveyed it, but I guess that's just him. The way he conveyed it, it was like, I don't know. It felt like he was talking down to us a little bit. So because of that, I'm like, all right, I can see how my attitude can flip. And I'm like, all right, you know what, bro? That's cool. You want to stay over there. You want to be there. I respect that. You go right ahead. You stay over there. So my days of talking about Maxx Crosby ended last night. Max definitely wants to stay in Vegas. I think we should move on. And we have Braylon says, MSU says, win championships. That's not happening with the Raiders. If he becomes the coach at UNLV, maybe. Braylon says we can be loyal, but at some point you want to win. You don't want to be a loser. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. For me, I felt initially how you guys felt, how you guys are conveying that you're feeling. I felt it in my soul. But then I thought about it. I said, isn't that what Stafford did? Didn't Stafford want to go to a better situation? And I'm sorry, I have no respect for Matthew Stafford. None. So I thought about it from the Raiders' standpoint. I thought about it from Crosby. I would have much more respect. Believe it or not. You know who I respect? And I said this before. I watched Bye Bye Barry when it premiered on Amazon. And everybody was wondering why Barry Sanders retired. This is what I got from it. He never said directly why he retired, but one thing that I got, all right, and I respect this. What I got from Barry Sanders' video as to why he retired was he knew the Lions were not going to win, and he didn't want to play anywhere else. That is what I got from it. He thought the Lions were going to make it. They were going to be good for a very long time. They were good, but they couldn't get over the hump. And it was just time. It was time. He did not want to go. I forgot there was a team that wanted him there. He didn't want to go. He retired and not play for another team. I can respect that. The greatest running back of all time that I've ever seen never won a championship. Hall of Fame, first ballot, never won a championship. But he chose to retire rather than stay with the Detroit Lions or go play for another team. So as much as, and I think what got to me more is the way Maxx was explaining it. But again, I don't know Maxx. I'm sure he's like that in real life, and that was the real life and the real conveyance of how he felt. But again, I would have probably liked him to be like, I don't know, just, hey, I mean, he was talking about mock-ups and we started a whole revolution. Like, you guys we're clamoring for him and all that stuff was true. But I don't know, the appreciation for it wasn't there. But he did, like I said, he did say that they hold him in high regard and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm done talking about you. Stay over there and do your thing. I appreciate that. But, I just didn't like that. It came across as a bit arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but anyway, that's my thoughts on Maxx Crosby. I'm done talking about it. Let me know what you think down below.